When LeBron James does a deal, he just doesn't do hey, I have 10 million. What's 10 million to somebody that got a billion? I mean, a lot, but ain't like that.
We were sitting at Reebok, and Paul Fireman was very smart. He said to you, I know you're going to go see Nike and Adidas, but I'm going to offer you $10 million today if you don't go see them and shake my hand.
Right.
He wrote you a $10 million check in that room, and you turned it down.
I had no idea what he was doing at the other end of the table. I just seen him writing.
Yeah.
He was talking, had his head down. He was making sure he didn't get anything wrong on that check. When he slid it down there and he said, listen, if you take this right now, just promise me you won't go talk to Nike or Adidas. I was lost for words at the beginning. I mean, shit, we flew in. I flew in from Akron, Ohio, from Spring Hill. From the projects. I mean, our rent is like $17 a month. And now I'm looking at a $10 million check. For some odd reason, I started thinking, if this guy, if he's willing to give me a $10 million check right now, what is it to say that Nike or Adidas is not willing to give me 20 or 30 up front? Or to say that maybe the upfront money is not even the biggest thing. Maybe let's start thinking.
LeBron James may be on the verge of earning more this offseason than some NBA teams spend on their entire bench. As the league struggles with fractured CBA negotiations and uncertainty spreads among players worried about their futures, LeBron appears to be executing one of the smoothest exit strategies basketball has ever seen, one that has the NBA on edge. He recently exercised his player option for the 2025-26 season, securing a guaranteed $52 million, but insiders suggest that this salary could be minor compared to the wealth he is quietly positioning himself to generate off the court. While the NBA Players Association battles for fair contracts and younger stars anxiously await rookie extensions, LeBron is operating on an entirely different level, leveraging his influence and foresight in ways few players ever have.
Where's the powder?
Left it at home.
LeBron, fans want to know where you're taking your talents this year. What's your decision?
In this fall, man, this is tough.
While everyone else around the league is focused on salary caps and contract limits, LeBron James is thinking on a completely different scale: ownership. As the NBA holds its breath over the possibility of a lockout that could freeze player income, LeBron is positioning himself to potentially earn more during a shutdown than he ever would on the court. That context makes his recent second decision campaign far more significant than most people realized. When it dropped, fans immediately assumed retirement rumors were coming true. Analysts began preparing farewell segments, and even the Lakers' front office reportedly scrambled in response. What looked like a dramatic tease was actually something more calculated. It wasn't just an advertisement, it was a signal. LeBron was showing that his brand now commands numbers far larger than his basketball salary ever could. Skip Bayless was quick to criticize the move, arguing that LeBron is more focused on building a Hollywood empire than chasing championships, and insisting that Michael Jordan would never allow branding to overshadow competitive drive. But that criticism raises a bigger question. What if this strategy is precisely why LeBron is winning off the court? Bayless accused him of choosing money over respect, yet the timing of the campaign—
four-time league MVP, one of the greatest players who have ever lived, would stoop to trying to garner attention for himself with something other than—
Exact figures haven't been made public yet, but insiders are already describing the deal as one of the largest entertainment agreements ever secured by an athlete. And this is no longer a side project or passion play. Spring Hill has moved far beyond behind-the-scenes documentaries and athlete branding content. The company is now producing major scripted series, securing partnerships with top streaming platforms, and embedding itself directly within Hollywood's inner power circles. This isn't experimentation, it's dominance. That reality naturally raises the question of whether LeBron is preparing for a post-NBA future in which his basketball salary looks insignificant compared to what he earns off the court. After all, he is already a billionaire, the first active NBA player to reach that milestone primarily through business ventures rather than playing income alone. Predictably, Stephen A. Smith has weighed in with skepticism, recently asking when all these business commitments might start costing LeBron on the court. He questioned whether it's realistic for LeBron to give the Lakers his full focus while simultaneously overseeing production deals, film projects, and long-term investments. It's a fair concern, given how often athletes struggle when they begin planning their exits too early. Some manage the transition seamlessly, but others lose their competitive edge before their playing careers officially end. Adding fuel to the discussion are unconfirmed reports that LeBron is lining up elite speaking engagements, not typical college appearances, but high-level global events commanding millions per appearance. These would include Fortune 500 summits, international leadership forums, and exclusive business conferences attended by CEOs willing to pay tens of thousands of dollars just for a seat in the room.
Like that. It was a goatish sort of endeavor by a guy who's clearly not the GOAT, but it was the one thing off the court that was goatish. It was memorable. And to take that decision, and stoop to cheapen it, to sell it out, to make money, to launch some new Hennessy brand of cognac. Really? You would stoop to that, LeBron? At this stage and age, as you enter year 23, age 40, you would stoop so far as, pardon my language, just to piss all over your iconic moment in favor of making God knows how many millions from Hennessy to piggyback this as the second decision. LeBron, are you that starved for attention now because the Lakers have pissed all over you? Is that what just happened? My God, you prostituted your iconic moment to make your killing from Hennessy. As much as I doubt you, LeBron, I thought you were better than.
Imagine LeBron stepping onto a stage at one of those elite events and charging $1 million for a single appearance. It sounds outrageous at first, but it really isn't. Tony Robbins reportedly earns around $300,000 per talk, and some top business figures command even more. LeBron offers something none of them can: the story of a self-made billionaire athlete who built a global empire starting in Akron. That narrative is pure corporate gold. The timing of this rise is impossible to ignore, especially as the NBA barrels toward instability. CBA negotiations have stalled, players are frustrated, teams are uncertain about new spending limits, and young stars are anxious about their financial futures. The league is struggling to maintain control of the narrative, and behind the scenes, it's chaos. JJ Redick captured the tension perfectly on his podcast when he raised the uncomfortable question of whether an athlete's brand can survive once their on-court performance begins to decline. He warned that it's risky to believe off-court ventures can ever outshine on-court greatness. But that's where the argument misses the point. LeBron isn't trying to replace his basketball legacy. He's leveraging it while his global influence is still at its peak. He's cashing in before time runs out. Meanwhile, beneath the league's polished press releases, there's real panic. CBA talks are frozen, whispers of potential strikes are growing louder, injuries are piling up, media rights negotiations are stuck, expansion plans have cooled, and sponsors are increasingly nervous. There's also an uncomfortable truth the NBA won't say publicly. Ratings drop when LeBron isn't in the picture. Last postseason made that clear. Once the Lakers were eliminated early, viewership declined sharply.
Google search says that your net worth is $1.2 billion.
Now y'all want me to start lying?
Be you.
Google search is a lie. That is a lie.
That's wrong.
Yeah, it's wrong.
Is it more or is it less?
Oh, it's way less.
Oh.
Yeah, it's way less.
Okay.
It's way less. There's a couple like thousand in my bank. That's it. I got a couple.
Kendrick Perkins recently exploded over the situation, calling it what he believes could be the most arrogant move in NBA history. He didn't sugarcoat his criticism, openly questioning whether LeBron James is checking out of the NBA entirely or just stepping away from the grind of the game itself. Perkins pointed out that while young players are battling night after night for their first major contract, LeBron already appears to be planning a retirement victory lap. That criticism lands harder once you consider a striking reality. LeBron's off-court value may now exceed his on-court salary when you account for the time, effort, and risk involved. That idea alone is unsettling for the league. What truly makes the situation alarming for the NBA is not LeBron's future, but the league's vulnerability. If the NBA heads toward a lockout, and the signs increasingly suggest that possibility, LeBron is uniquely positioned to benefit. While others would see their income freeze, he would likely thrive. Fewer games would mean more time for lucrative speaking engagements, expanded control over Spring Hill Productions, and continued growth of his personal brand, all without stepping onto the court. In a shutdown scenario, the NBA loses leverage, but LeBron loses nothing, and that imbalance is exactly what has the league on edge.